in historic downtown Fort Smith at 5th and Garrison. They're hiring new staff. Apply today and be a part of Fort Smith's most vibrant dining experience.
Now I'm here to eat ribs. Lots of ribs.
KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 33 days.
I tell you what, we had another sorry practice today. These guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat anybody this year. Quarterbacks, they can't hit the broad side of the barn right now. I don't know if we could hit that indoor facility right there. Receivers, they couldn't catch a cold if it was the middle of February, dropping everything. Defensive backs, gosh, I wonder why they got grass stains all over the jerseys. They fall about every play. About 2 or 3 of them are falling. And our kickers, gee, it's like the Army, left, right. They're kicking it all over the place. I don't know if we can beat anybody this year. God, and leadership, no, we don't have any leaders out here. That's so they just can't. I don't know. Maybe I ought to give them a week off and start over and see if we can regroup and find some real tough guys out here. But it's been a struggle this preseason. It's been a big struggle, man. I don't know how we're gonna be. Have you ever heard a coach say that?
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
So that was Steve Spurrier one offseason when he was the head coach of the South Carolina Gamecocks, and he's always good for a quote, even post-coaching. He always speaks his mind, and just was joking around with some reporters nowadays. Fall camp, Tommy, begins this week. I know that Sam Pittman had his last weekend off, and I know they were still in the office and everything else. We had a chance to catch up with him on Friday. We'll play some of that for you this morning. Saw Coach Souders and his family over at the lake this weekend. I was at the lake this weekend. Guys were off kind of doing their thing, but all begins this week.
Yep, and again, the old sports radio question will emerge. Why do they call it fall camp when it's 107 degrees?
Yeah.
But that will come up too many times throughout the week. It's an exciting time because maybe we can start getting some answers. We've asked all the questions. I'm tired of pondering and wondering. Maybe starting next week sometime, we can start getting some clarity to what we're thinking about for this year. That's the to me the fun part of it, and starting to maybe see the rosters and the depth chart come together.
Well, speaking of fun, we've got the college football all-name team that we're going to get to coming up. A few little fun stories this morning. Apparently, J.J. Watt completed the 9-9-9 challenge in less than 6 innings, which I think it would take me all 9 innings to complete that. Nick Saban clarifies where he is in his coaching profession, i.e. not going to happen anymore. That's going to be our opening drive here this morning. Did you have a good time in Branson? Was it Branson?
It wasn't really Branson. It was Table Rock Lake, but yeah, good time. It's just so hot outside. You can't, doesn't bother me to go out for 3 or 4 hours of golf, but not everyone in your group always wants to spend a couple, 3 hours outdoors. And there's just not really even a part of the day right now. Hopefully we get through this oppressive heat, but there's not even really, even at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's still pretty sticky.
The heat does not bother me as long as I have water. I have some friends, and your friends are range in older ages than mine do, but I have friends that are around 30 years old that complain about it. It's like, guys, just we're in a cart, we have water, we're good to go. But
see, I think it's the opposite. I don't think it's I think it's the younger people that complain more because they're not acclimated to it.
That's
the older people generally, like I said, they didn't grow up with all that.
I was talking to a friend of mine, Todd, last week, and he was telling me that it's like he didn't have AC in elementary, middle school, high school, and I think he got it the latter part of college. So it is a difference. I know for the longest time, Catholic High in Little Rock did not have air conditioning. I think they got it recently after my class graduated, but that was a thing in the 2010s. So I was kind of surprised by that. Glad you're here.
Make you tough. What'll make you tough.
Yeah.
Hey, wherever you're headed at the rest of summer, take along the Hit That Line Now app. It's powered by Taco Bell. Whether you're craving something cheesy, saucy, or crunchy, Taco Bell has you covered. It's the Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell.
Chris in Fayetteville says the 9-9-9 challenge doesn't count if you do it in less than 9 innings. He believes
what would it cost to do the 9-9-9 challenge?
Well, if you go to Los Angeles Dodgers,
a beer's going to be about at least $12. Hot dogs, probably it's $20 an inning minimum.
I think JJ,
you're 200 in.
J.J. Watt, who made quite a bit of money over the years, wasn't
No,
scoffing at that.
he's not, but you
no,
know.
for the average American like you and myself, it would be one of those things where I think the setup should be you go with your friends, and if you fail, you got to pay for it. If you complete it, they should help chip in, if not pay for it.
What would be harder, the 9 beers or the 9 hot dogs?
I think the hot dogs. 9 beers in 9 innings. It's 3.5 hours. Choke down 9 beers. That's not that hard. It's the 9 hot dogs that I think.
See, I think the first 3-4 innings would be fine. I think getting that beer down 7th, 8th, 9th. I mean, you're not going to see any of the game. You're going to spend it all in line and at the bathroom.
Yeah.
You got 9 beers done.
Yeah, 9 beers. 9 hot dogs. 5.5.
So how long would it take you? Tony in Fayetteville said, Ty just said he could complete the 9
Are these
in 9 innings. I could.
12-ounce beers or are
Tony,
these the ballpark 16-ounce beers? That's the other question.
When it comes to most of the food challenges I've competed in, I've won. I wasn't able to knock down the 30-inch Gusanos challenge, but the majority of these I've won.
but that's a very important question in this. Is it the ballpark 16-ounce beer? Sometimes it's a 20-ounce beer. Or are we talking a normal 12-ounce can?
That's true.
Which 2 of them is like 3 beers, basically.
Because I've been to Fenway this year, just went to Truist Park in Atlanta. I can't remember the last time you could get a 12-ounce beer at a ballpark.
Because that's why they can charge
That's
you
why
so
they
much
charge
more.
exactly.
Because, it's 16 ounces, Tommy.
Yeah.
It's not just
Makes you feel better about it.
traditional 12. Because I
think the challenge requires a 12-ounce beer. But
Tony says it's a 12-ounce beer. Ryan Prairie Grove says 9 beers is just an appetizer. Chris in Fayetteville
we talking heavy Bud or Mick Ultra too? That makes a difference.
I
got questions.
Everyone has their friend that does, and I think the majority. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely off base on this, but everyone has that one friend that will just drink the heavy of whatever beer. Like Bub,
Yeah.
I have a buddy that drinks only Budweiser. He refuses to drink Bud Light or Michelob or anything else.
He's a man's man.
Chris in Fayetteville says I completed at a Razorback game. He started to get tired in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Was a setup.
I could not do 9 hot dogs over a 3-hour span. There's just no way.
It's just the line. It's the line at the bathroom that's going to get to you, right?
Yeah,
How many of those beers are you going to have to consume while standing in line to pee?
Yeah. Once you break that seal, it's tough.
Well, 9 beers. I mean, you're not going to sweat out 9 beers.
You gotta get it out another way. Speaking of beer, this was Sam Pittman's weekend.
Yeah, I've always wanted to hear Kansas, and they're at the AMP Kansas and 38 Special, so I'm going to go out and listen to them on Saturday night. Do that and probably have an old cold beer too.
Yeah.
And
so who had the best?
I wonder what part of the lawn seats he sat in. Which side of the hill did Sam Pittman sit in? Did they take a Razorback blanket to sit on the hillside? You think?
I'm going to guess him and Jane. Now I'm going to be honest.
You don't think he sat up there with the people?
He could. He'd be welcome, but I'm going to guess now. Just to be dead honest, when I've been in the AMP, I may or may not have been a little inebriated. Or there are box seats in the AMP, right? Most of the time when I stroll in there, it's
when they say box seats, they're more like about half the size of a box at Oakland, which is not very big to begin with.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a room. There are like these metal poles have been put in there, and there are like room for 4 seats, and that's about it. Yeah.
But
the U of A has a box there.
Okay, they have a box there.
I've seen some of the the A-listers sitting in there.
Well, fall camp begins this week. I think we wish this every year that no player gets injured. I actually got injured. I don't know if you noticed. I have a cut above my eye. There was a lake injury this weekend.
I thought Colton maybe had dotted your eye this morning already. I can't quite blame you.
It was one of those things where we were driving around on Friday, and one of the guys was walking around and accidentally kicked a fan. It landed on my face, and luckily it didn't knock one of my eyeballs out or anything.
Kicked a fan.
He tripped over a fan that was in the boat, and the fan happened to land directly on my face.
Or were you laying down or something?
Yeah.
How did this elevate to the point?
Yeah, I was laying down. I was taking a little power nap at about 8 p.m. at night, and or 8 or 9, and this fan hit me, and so now I've got this gruesome injury on my face, and I'm just hoping that I'm the only one that gets injured this week. I don't wish. I'll inflict all the pain.
I don't think it was a power nap at all.
No. It's a power nap. Listen, I'm getting old. I realize that I can't stay up I'm 30 now. I can't stay up late anymore. Late
I mean,
to
I
me
noticed.
Late to me is like 10:30.
Poor
now.
Colton was standing in the door Friday at 11:01, and you about ran him over getting out of here.
Yeah, 2 client meetings in Hot
No,
Springs.
BS. BS. BS.
Ask you can. It's documented. You can ask Jennifer. You can ask Jennifer.
You have learned from me. You have learned from me.
I don't lie in these areas.
Hey,
Never have, never will.
Mock legal solutions. Yeah. Okay. You tell your friends, and I'll tell mine. But let's not tell each other. All right. Hey, Mock Legal Solutions has 2 locations. Fort Smith, also in Salisaw. They are busy in Oklahoma these days. So if you are needing legal representation west of the Arkansas-Oklahoma line, they can cover you. Sequoia and LaFleur counties and parts beyond, they are there for you in Oklahoma. And in Fort Smith as well, 13 years of experience in family law, contract matters, wrecks. If you've been involved in a car accident and now the insurance company's awfully in an awful big hurry to settle with you. Hey, go ahead and sign this. We'll send you a check. Well, maybe slow down a little bit and let's talk to Jackie and make sure you get the most out of that for you. 479-769-1505, 769-1505, or go to mocklegalsolutions.com.
All right, so who do you trust more? Me, who was actually at this both meetings on
No.
Friday, or Nick Saban when he says he's not coaching anymore?
There is no opportunity that I know of right now that I would enhance me to go back to coaching. I enjoy what I'm doing. I did it for 50 years. I loved it. I love the relationship with the players. I love the competition. But, it's another station of life now. And I enjoy what I'm doing right now and want to continue to do it, spend more time with my family, my grandchildren, my children. It's been really, really good.
This is the opening drive.
All right, so that was Nick Saban on Fox News discussing the possibility of coming back to coaching. I made a mistake. I should have added the rundown. We should have pulled the clip that says, I will not be the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, that was in 2006 or 7, whatever it was, versus 2025. I did find that interesting, just kind of how he worded it and anything else. You're saying, is he even a hot take to say that there's no way, in any way, shape, or form, that he comes back to coaching?
That's not what he said.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it was interesting how he worded that.
But, we can't be interested in an opportunity that's not there. I mean, that's the problem. No matter what he says, and then if he does anything that appears to be even the slightest bit opposite of that, now, instead of talking about, hey, how wonderful it would be to have Nick Saban back in the game, right? Would he improve college football if he came back? Not that it sucks.
It would
not
be
that
the biggest storyline in college football.
Right. Would it help your job be a little more interesting? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But instead of that being the story, what would be the focus? Well, he lied to us all. He lied. He's a liar. He said he wasn't going to do this. Well, so the guy has to measure every syllable of every word, because there's people like you, Ty, that want to try to hang him out to dry on a technicality.
I'm not hanging him out to dry.
People like you.
This is intriguing
that
to
are
me.
passed out in the bottom of a boat at 8 p.m.
It's like 9.
But it was like 9 Eastern.
Doug in Mountain Home says, late to me is 10 o'clock. He goes to bed at 8 a lot. Again, my body just shuts down after 10 o'clock or so now. It's a different thing.
10 o'clock or 10 beers, one or the other.
John in Mountain Home says he did specify right now. Again, that's what I pointed to as well. And
right now, I'm not interested in leaving this job. There's no opportunity presented to me right now that would make me want to leave ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. Not one. Not one right now.
Mine's not one overall. Obviously, you don't have an allegiance to this company like I do.
But I don't have an opportunity, right? But there might be one.
No, there's not.
But I'm not aware of it.
There's not one for me right now. Not one for me in the future.
What'd you say?
Not one for me in the future. Not one for me in the past. Not one at all.
Yeah.
I'm as of what is the
till someone comes along and offers you 3 times what you're making now, and then you've got to do that.
But that's minimum wage, so it's really not going to get me to. It's really not.
I mean, you would be making like $18 an hour.
Yeah,
then
it'd be awesome just to get over the hump and everything else. But no, that is again.
Where else could you just leave at 11 o'clock and go get
we're just going to stay
Go
on
get
this
bleep faced in the bottom of a boat at 8 o'clock on a work day. Where else?
I need Phil at Shangri-La and Jennifer and a more beautiful you to come to my defense and JT in Hot Springs to verify that I was indeed working till about 5:15 that night on Friday. Not everyone can work till 5:15 on a Friday. Someone has to fall on that sword. Someone has to work a 12-hour shift, and and I guess it's going to be me. You're
going to need QC Kinetics to help you with that shoulder pain from patting yourself on the back, the torn rotator.
I'll tell you what,
cuff.
my back has been hurting. Played a lot of golf lately. Played yesterday, and my back is just. Do they do backs too, or is it just like shoulders?
Oh, they do backs. Do you not listen to everything I tell you on Fridays?
Well,
knees, back,
according
hip,
to you,
shoulder.
Fridays I'm checked out because I'm just trying to go to the lake.
Poor
every
Colton
weekend.
about got knocked down. It looked like Taylor Green turning the corner, going upfield, and just you ran him over.
Just can't please anyone around here.
Notice I didn't say Darren McFadden turning the corner, but anyway.
Listened a little bit of that DMAC hog pod this weekend. He's still. I hope Darren comes back to another guy. I always love seeing him back in Fayetteville. Had a chance to see him. I guess I can't remember if it was last year or this year. Just hadn't had a running back like that in a while. I don't know if you ever will again, based on him being one of the best players of all time.
Any more to the opening drive, or is that pretty well?
Unless you want to add to Saban coming back.
Well, I don't. If he comes back, then he won't be in the bottom of a boat getting kicked in the head by somebody at.
I had a Band-Aid on this thing. I'm hoping the scab just kind of stays there so it doesn't start gashing and bleeding everywhere else.
I think John from Mountain Home is right, speaking about Saban. He said right now, specify. I think Saban's waiting for all this, legalese and everything to be cleared up and for things to make a little bit more sense.
He's not coming back this year.
No chance.
So how does that make him in 2026? 73?
I almost said 80. Geez, yeah. I think any 1 year younger than Belichick, or is he 1 year older? I can't remember.
But my point is,
hey, you've got a Dolphins. Maybe he tries it again.
At 70, I think it'd be 73 or 4. Let's just go with the younger number of 73. You're not signing on to any coaching opportunity that you're not in for 5 years, right? Mentally, you've got to be in it for 5 years. You really think he's signing up to coach till he's nearly 80?
He's a very mentally sharp 73 years old.
Yeah, I don't think he's not coming back in a role as a head coach. I don't believe he could do anything else. Could he be a team president in the NFL? I don't know.
Arkansas Dave says Nick Saban to the Dallas Cowboys, and says for Jerry Jones to stay off the field.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. That would never work.
No, I don't think it would.
Not long term, at least. All right, that's your opening drive. Nick Saban's not coming back. Opening drive is brought to you by the Fence Man. Protect what matters most with heavy-duty security fencing to all the way to powered automatic gates. They do all of it and everything in between with the Fence Man. They've been doing it for more than 40 years, and they got you covered. They've been serving the surrounding area for over 4 decades with custom-built, built-to-last fencing with free quotes, financing available as well. And when it comes to security fencing, nobody's going to build it better than the Fence Man. 782-3936 is the number, 479-782-3936, or go to thefencemanAR.com.
So you mentioned the legalese stuff getting worked out. For those that missed it, last week on Thursday, Trump had an executive order, and I'll just kind of real quick version of this, trying to protect women's sports and non-revenue sports, trying to get everyone on the same playing field and eliminating its third-party, what was the term that was used that the White House sent out? Third-party what?
Well, I mean, basically an outside agent that's giving money for pay-for-play.
Yeah, there was something that they called it. But that being said, we asked Sam Pittman about it on Friday. It's not necessarily a real-time reaction, but he had less than 24 hours. He's still trying to figure out how it gets Remy Cofield and the entire staff. Still trying to figure out what this means for Arkansas football, the SEC, and everything else. Here's what Coach Pittman had to say about that.
From what I'm understanding, they're trying to get it to where all states have the same abilities, whether it be an NIL or whether it be high school. I think, where guys are able to pay high school players, our state certainly is as well. I think they're trying to get it all even, Stephen, where possibly the high school players would not be able to get paid until they certainly enroll and are on your campus. I think that's the biggest part possibly of that.
And that's why Congress needs to act. We have a patchwork of laws that are different in Mississippi than they are Arkansas, and Georgia's is different than Florida's, and Texas has its own set of rules. Oh, Missouri does something different. All of these things are, not working in unison, obviously, and the only way to solve it is with some kind of federal legislation.
Mm-hmm.
Congress had a few things going on. They have failed to act in the last 2 to 3 years on this matter. And maybe President Trump is the one. I don't know that an executive order goes far enough, long enough to make all of this happen. And as far as the high end bullet points that were sent out on this, it didn't really. While I'm all for protecting women's sports and the non-revenue sports, I don't think volleyball should be cut or softball should be cut or track and field or swimming or golf. I don't want those sports to go away as a result of revenue sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad they're being protected. But we've also got to figure out what's the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is what? Pay for play. We got to get it stopped. And at some point, and he also in that executive order on Friday gave some directives to the labor secretary and to the National Labor Relations Board, which is unions. We've got to get these classification of players identified and figure out, are they employees? Is there a union? Are we going to be able to collectively bargain? There are so many more things that, from all I've read through on this EO at this point, doesn't really solve a lot of those problems. Hopefully that will be what unfolds.
More questions.
Congress must act at some point.
But I think, while that is all true, I think a lot of our listeners, there's other elements to the United States that need to get worked out first.
But if we're going to wait on that, then we're never going to solve the problem.
That's true. That's true.
Because the problems in our country are never going to end. So, Congress can get off their butts and do something about this. The reality is all of these, the Big Ten and the SEC and the ACC and the Big 12, at least the power conferences could come together and have some kind of unified agreement that, hey, here are the rules we're all going to operate by. How you get the players to ratify that, I don't know, but that's what needs to occur. Hey, we are rolling through it here on a hot Monday morning, hot takes all morning long, brought to you by the Lewis Automotive Group. The Lewis Automotive Group hotline is open, 877-377-6963. Lewis Automotive Group, home of the Lewis Guarantee.
All right, when we come back, we've got our hog update. Going to hear more from Sam Pittman, some of the stuff he told us, plus some NFL action, some former Razorback, what's going on in the National Football League.
The sign of a smart man is to understand that things change and to roll with those changes. And Ty, I applaud that you've done that.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Need a new fence but not ready to pay all at once? The Fence Man, serving Fort Smith for over 40 years, offers 18-month financing so you can secure your home or office now and pay over time. Free quotes, custom designs, and the expertise to accomplish what most can't. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man, he ain't afraid of no work.
I wish we'd play at night at home, That would be nice.
This is The Morning Rush.
Save up to $4,000 on select Buick Envisions at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The Buick Envision showcases inspired design with exclusive features in this 5-passenger SUV. Or drive the brand new Buick Envista, a stylish crossover for as low as $399 per month. These are limited time offers. Experience the new Buick at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith or online at harryrobinson.com.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. How about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
The Golf Nut is thrilled to introduce new products for 2025, including Cobra Dark Speed Adapt Woods and Irons, King G440 Woods and Irons, and TaylorMade QI35 Woods. Lap putters, including the latest OZ model, are also available. Whether you want to improve your swing or enjoy the game, the Golf Nut offers a range of options. Book a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators and experience golfing greatness. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue for your ultimate golfing destination.
Precision Garage Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all your garage door needs, including garage door repair and new garage doors and openers. Fully licensed and insured with the largest showroom in Northwest Arkansas at 1907 Town West Drive in Rogers and in Fort Smith at 416 North 10th Street. Call Precision Garage Door today at 844-PDS-DOOR or check them out online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Financing is available. Precision Garage Door, voted Best Garage Door Company of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
I came in like a... When she wrecked your heart, we were there to pick up the pieces with you. Now that you've wrecked your car, we can help with that too. Dog bite? Slip and fall? Car crash? Call Jackie Mock. 15 years in the insurance industry taught me the tricks to get you paid. Call for your wreck check today. 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions. Real advice. A wreck check sounds nice.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about. A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
Hey, this is Derek Ruskin with the Ruskin and Zach Show, and honestly, I have no idea where Zach is. Okay, I made it. My car broke down on the side of the road. What did I miss? Definitely not a sports segment. Why don't you take your vehicle to the Crane Automotive team? They have 17 locations across the state and are committed to Arkansas. Check them out at craneteam.com.
I'll do that. Kenzi's going to need a vehicle soon. We can go together as a family. She'd absolutely love that.
Dad, can I get a sports car like yours?
We can talk about it later. The Crane Automotive team, home of the Crane commitment.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
There's only one Razorback.
Uncle Tommy loves the Razorbacks.
Razorback fans, let's stand up and call those. 7 down. This one belongs to the Razorbacks. Ball's on the ground, picked up by Colin. Alex has got room.
Everybody, woo big Dewey.
This is your Hog Update on the Morning Rush. Brought to you by Mr. Sparky. Need a licensed electrician to service your home? For one of their local pros, call 888-8-SPARKY.
You go to Whiteout. I love our speed at Whiteout. Just because people don't know the guy's name does not mean that they're not good players. You know, 2 years ago we brought in Andrew Armstrong and Isaac Tesla. Nobody knew who they were. Nobody knew who they were much at all because they were both Division II players. Andrew Armstrong's a 1,000-yard receiver. Tesla goes in the third round. So just because we don't know exactly who they are in the public, you will because they're good players. They got a lot of speed.
That was Sam Pittman with us on Friday talking about the wide receiver room. I know they lost Ismail Cece in the offseason. He will not be available this year. A lot of new faces. You think about Raylan Sharp, who's played under Coach Petrino at Missouri State. You think about Cam Shanks, who you played last year when he was a UAB Blazer. Omega Blake, the transfer from Charlotte and South Carolina. C.J. Brown, who's back for another season. They've got a couple other Gene. They've got a couple of these transfer players right now. So that is double check me on this, Colton, but I think that is your position group that has the least returning production. Now, Coach Pittman referred to Andrew Armstrong and Isaac Tesla. We know Isaac was a third-round draft pick to the Detroit Lions. We're going to get to some of what he was doing recently coming up in a bit. I think the one thing that concerns me is while Andrew was one of the, I think, 6,000-plus yard receivers at Arkansas, Tommy, their production came in year 2. Wasn't in year 1. And both those guys ended up being bona fide SEC wide receivers. And not to say that the guys on this roster can, but there is a transition period when you go from a lesser school to the SEC.
Yeah. Good point. What were their year 1 numbers?
Nowhere close.
What were they? I don't know.
Off the top of my head, I don't have it, but it was. I mean, Andrew wasn't even.
That's the point. We need to go back and compare year 1 numbers to what we could hope for. Now, you're making a huge assumption that Omega Blake or any of these other guys, now that CeCe's out, could end up being NFL prospects a couple years down the road, because that's what you're talking about with Tesla and Armstrong, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a big leap from where we're at now to a guy that, we're completely unaware of. Question is, do you have a 1,000-yard receiver somewhere in the stable?
No, not now, not this year. Maybe next year.
How do you know that? Now you may end up being right, but you're guessing. We don't know that.
But it's only been done 5 or 6 times in the history of Razorback football. It's pretty safe to assume that they don't have.
They may have one guy that's their guy, and I don't know, but.
That would be a very hot take if they had. If you want to go out on a limb and say they're going to have a 1,000-yard receiver, go ahead. But I would be blown away if a guy on this roster goes for 1,000 yards. And I think you go back on one of the complaints, and this isn't Andrew's fault. One of the complaints last year is you felt like that Taylor locked in on him too much, and he didn't spread the wealth. I know that probably at times frustrated Isaiah Satania, probably frustrated Luke Haas and some other guys on that roster that they felt like, hey, maybe I was open, but Taylor was locking on to Andrew. And then again, that's not Armstrong's fault, and maybe we'll see more development of Taylor looking around, because I'm going to guess he doesn't have that guy on the roster this year. There's no guy that I think and again, this is just from the outside looking in, or at least reading in, watching, whatever. I don't think there's anyone in this roster that he is 100% confident in to be that dude that Andrew was for him last year. So that's just my perspective.
Hopefully he's developed that. When we talked to him at SEC Media Days, they'd been throwing, but he thought losing CeCe was a big deal. I think we all agree, and who else is going to emerge? It's a cast of unknowns, but that doesn't mean they're without talent.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Isaac Tesla, I don't know if you've watched a couple highlights. It's not really good audio or anything, but he's made a couple plays at camp that people are excited about. I know that Brad Holmes, is the GM of the Detroit Lions, was really happy that they got him, and seen a couple things from there. Other wide receiver, this is not so positive moves. Traylon Burks, fractured collarbone, just can't stay healthy, coming off a torn ACL. So he's going to be out a good chunk of this season. Don't know how long that is going to end up lasting, but tough break for the Warren native, who can't seem to stay healthy at the National Football League level.
Yeah, it's been a problem. I mean, first injury was a concussion in practice, if I remember right.
That sounds right.
And but that's the hardest part, probably being a player, is trying to recover from injury and get back on the field. Because you've always got in the back, I'm going to get cut. I'm going to get cut. Yeah. I'm going to get released. Trying to work through all that.
Last thing, and Colton, I see Drew Sanders also got injured. Don't know what that injury is just yet, I think.
Yeah, it looked like a lower leg injury. Sean Payton did say that it wasn't an Achilles tear, so it looks like it's not going to be anything super long-term. But a lot of the buzz around the Denver media was that Drew Sanders had shown a lot in the early part of camp and was likely to be a really key piece for that defense coming up in his first couple years in the league. So tough to see that for him, but hopefully he comes back at the same level he was.
Denver surprised some people last year. Bo Nix played better than I think I expected him to, and a lot of people expected it to. So maybe Drew can be a part of a team that's rising in the National Football League. All right, that is your Hog Update here on a Hot Take Monday. Hog Update, always brought to you by our friends at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Apparently, Happy Gilmore 2 is good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's good. I fell asleep watching it. That tells you how good it is.
That's not a good sign.
It was an
so
enjoyable, entertaining movie. If you thought differently, you were looking for something different. It's an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I got to go back. I can't really say. It's not fair for me to have a full opinion, but I did turn it on Saturday night, kind of the last thing I'd watched, and I did not get all the way through it.
There were gratuitous cameos, but that's the only thing.
Well, it was a cast of characters in there. John Daly is very prominent.
Mm-hmm. He plays a role, not like a bit. He plays a role.
Interesting.
He's Uncle John.
Well, I'm gonna have to find it at some point. But
it's on Netflix.
I did. Well, we don't have an account, so I got to figure that out. I'll probably steal yours.
You don't have a Netflix account?
Mm-mm. It's a lot of money.
You're the last
what did you say?
American.
It's like $18 now a month.
16, 17.
That's too much. That's a lot of money. All right, we've got our morning rush daily questions.
How else would you pass out in the bottom of a boat if you spent that kind of money?
That's too much money, man. It's too much money.
First off, thank you guys. Y'all get me going to work every morning, so I appreciate what you guys do.
You're listening to the Morning Rush.
APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Looking for a fence that stands out and stands strong? Call the Fence Man, 479-782-3936. Serving the Fort Smith area for over 40 years, the Fence Man builds custom, one-of-a-kind fences, residential, commercial, and high security. Need automatic gates? The Fence Man does it. Need financing? You got it. 18-month financing is available. Get your free quote today at thefencemanar.com. Or call 479-782-3936. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Just because people don't know the guy's name does not mean that they're not good players.
This is the Morning Rush.
The summer sales drive continues at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, save up to $6,000.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas. More than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the Fence Man was my first call. The Fence Man does it all, from large commercial jobs to small residential repairs. Wood privacy fence, vinyl fence, commercial or residential chain link, even custom wrought iron fencing. 479-782-3936. 18 months, same as cash financing with approved credit is now available. If it involves fencing, the Fence Man does it. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work. 479-782-3936.
It's a dandy white perch. Big old slab. C'est bon, sacale.
One beautiful crappie.
It's a paper mouth.
Some serious crappie.
Nice speck.
We got crappies.
They might go by different names, but all prefer the same thing. Bobby Garland, America's favorite white perch, slab, sockeye, papermouth, crappie, speck, crappie baits.
I call it dinner.
This crispy chicken is from a taco place. This crispy chicken is from a taco place? Hey, this crispy chicken's from Taco Bell? The taco place? This chicken is so perfectly crispy with tortilla chip coating. It's from a taco place. What? It comes in a burrito, too?
From your taco place, it's also a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Lewis Automotive has been serving Northwest Arkansas for over 75 years and just getting started.
Our knowledgeable sales team is here to find you the perfect vehicle to fit not only your lifestyle, but also your budget.
Our factory-trained service technicians keep your vehicle running at optimal level.
And if you're looking for genuine parts and accessories, our team has exactly what you need.
Relax in our comfortable lounge, and when your car's ready, we'll return it to you spotless.
Thank you for being a part of our story.
Come see us at Lewis Automotive Group, where you're more than a customer, you're family.
Roback's got the gear for your perfect summer days.
Go summers living on the run. Now the beachfront nights, fireflies and thunderstorms. Won't you kiss me, darling? Tell me that you're gonna stay. Yeah. Give me those East Coast summers, Maryland to Maine. Now the seaside.
Shop polos, hoodies, Q-zips, and much more in the American Summer Collection at Roback.com.
Roback made finding the perfect pair of pants or shorts much easier. They're a clean fit with comfortable premium fabric. They look great on and off the golf course. So shop at Roback.com for the Delta pants and shorts.
Get 20% off on your first order with the code RUSH25.
BetOnline continues to be your number one source for all your sports betting action. And with baseball in full swing and football season right around the corner, BetOnline has more ways to stay in on the action with the latest odds, news, and scores, even live in-game betting. From MLB, UFC to tennis and NFL futures, BetOnline remains your choice for sports wagering information. In between games, head over to the BetOnline Casino with all the top Vegas-style games, including poker and live casino. Head to the website today and take advantage of their industry-leading VIP program with level-up bonuses and weekly cash boosts. Bet Online, the game.
Thanks for watching us here on ESPN Arkansas. Download the brand new Hit That Line Now app in the Apple and Google Play stores. ESPN Arkansas, more than just radio stations.
Tommy Kraft here. When it came time for new gates and some fence repairs at my home, the
baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
Social Morning Rush Daily Question.
All right, you men. I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer to the best of your ability.
It's going to be a quick answer to an incredibly terrible, long question.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Check out Nate and Christian's Place in Lowell online at carpathsocial.com.
Did you know it's National Hamburger Day?
Yeah, which is the
National Hamburger Day.
Mm-hmm.
So, Morning Rush Daily Question. Can you fully trust anyone that says, leave the cheese off mine when you're putting the cheese on the burgers on the grill? Can you ever fully trust someone that intentionally chooses hamburger over cheeseburger? Or is it a huge red flag when they do this? That is the Morning Rush Daily Question. Ty, do you trust anyone that goes hamburger over cheeseburger?
Is it a male or a female?
Well, it doesn't really matter. You know, it's a red flag either way to me.
Nobody's free from judgment from that atrocity.
Yeah. You ever eat just a hamburger on purpose?
I don't. My dad.
Why?
Because I was taught the correct way by my father.
Exactly. Colton, is it a red flag that?
Hey,
when you're putting the cheese on them, leave one without.
There's just
well, I don't know about you all of a sudden.
There's almost no way that you can explain to me the reason why. I don't think you can be. Can you be allergic to just cheese? You can have a lactose allergy, but even then, one slice of cheese ain't gonna kill you. Like, put it on there.
Matt
if you just
says
don't like cheese. That's strange.
Matt says it takes away from the meat. Ryan says he likes a good old school hamburger.
Oh, see, Matt, we have trust issues. Hamburger greater than cheeseburger. If I want cheese, I'll eat pizza. See, Matt, we got issues now.
Cole says it's only if they're lactose intolerant, like Colton was pointing out. Rich says that if you don't put cheese on it, they're a communist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with Rich. Hamburger all day versus blue cheese. I didn't say blue cheeseburger.
Yeah, I don't know.
If that's my choice, I'm probably just going to the salad, right? I don't want blue cheese on my burger either. I like blue cheese, but not on a burger.
Brad says if you have a dairy allergy, you would sing a different tune. Weston Springdale says
that's the trust issue.
Hamburgers are good, but it's missing something. Oh, wait, cheese.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a dry sandwich at that point. I mean, you can't, you can have a juicy burger, sure, but you need something in between the bun and that meat.
And if you tell me you're counting calories, how much, was there 70 calories in a piece of cheese?
I don't know what to tell you on that. Cheddar is the only cheese to go on a burger, according to Shane and Poto here in the Loose Automotive Group.
Get with that. Good old American ain't bad. Provolone, Swiss, Gouda.
A little pepper jack on there, maybe. You want.
But if someone says, wait, don't hold one off with no cheese for me. I don't know about you.
This might be a child, like a little 5-year-old kid. That's the only person that I think it would make sense. That's the only person.
All right. You got trust issues with that person? Are you looking at them with a side eye a little bit? Is the red flag going up? That's the Morning Rush Daily Question. Apparently, Ty has no problem with it. It's brought to you by Cart Pass Social.
I'm just words are getting put in my mouth. This
Ty's
morning.
just going to fully trust somebody.
Speaking of trust,
with his debit card and his life insurance policies and his 30-pack of what would be in your 30-pack? I guess
it's natural.
Seltzers. Seltzers.
And then
you
natural.
Fully trust somebody that doesn't have cheese on their burger.
I've been vindicated also on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. Thank you, Phil. Cart Pass Social brings us our Morning Rush Daily Question every single day. Tomorrow is the last day we can take advantage of the 9 to 5, $25 an hour special. So if you want to skip out work early, go to lunch, have some fun, it's $25 per bay. So you can bring 7 of your other coworkers and y'all could play some golf for an hour or two. It's only $25 per hour. CartPassSocial.com. It's located in Lowell, always BYOB, 122 Grant Place, 479-487-3622. And again, online at CartPassSocial.com.
Ryan in Prairie Grove on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline. If you have meat between 2 pieces of bread, it requires cheese. I think that's mostly right other than a BLT. I've never put cheese on a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich.
Yeah, you and my dad. And
that would be the one exception for me.
Veggie text that's just, hey, let's
I stopped at a good, was just outside of, where was I? Between Garfield and Rogers yesterday. They're on Highway 62, and there's a little produce stand there. Spent way more than I probably should have, but got one of these Black Diamond watermelons. Cave City-esque. It was very good. Hadn't gotten into the tomatoes yet, but I just ate watermelon for dinner last night. That's it.
Nothing else?
Nothing else. Watermelon.
Are you not hungry?
I ate watermelon.
Did you eat the whole thing?
It's probably a third of it.
It's just water. Are you just sitting on the
it's awesome.
on the TV eating a watermelon?
I went in front of the TV. I was at the table eating watermelon.
Did you cut it up or did you just hold the rind?
My wife.
No.
Were you high?
No. Yes, Ty, I was. Yes, exactly.
Is that all you ate?
Yes, it was that good. It was that delicious.
That doesn't fill up.
My wife takes the watermelon. She'll cut it in half, then turn it the cut side down, and then she takes the rind off of it from the outside and just leaves the melon and then cubes it up. And you put that in the fridge for about an hour. Give me a salt shaker. That's all I need, man. Ooh-wee. It was good.
With salt. Why is that?
We had bought steaks. We had bought zucchini and squash, and then nobody wanted to eat. Everybody at my house was like, I'm not really hungry. So we're
just got watermelon?
I hate watermelon for dinner.
So the kids and Laura didn't eat anything?
Nope.
Man, I can't remember the last time in my household where I just skipped a meal or skipped dinner or just ate watermelon.
Just ate watermelon. Good.
All right. In that case, didn't see that coming. Let me try and
zero nutritional value in a watermelon, says Bond and Harrison. I don't know, but it tastes good. It means if there's zero nutritional value, it means it's not hurting you either.
I can't imagine.
It's a good hydrating fruit.
Does that do anything to your bowels? Or is it?
No, it just hydrates you. If you've been out in the heat, been out in the sun.
When I worked
sweating, watermelon is great for you.
When I worked in landscaping, we would buy a watermelon every week, and usually on Thursday or Friday, we would, in addition to drinking water all day, we would eat that watermelon. So I can verify that is a thing. We had Sam Pittman on with us on Friday. He shares the same complaint that I do.
I wish we'd play at night at home, that would be nice.
I was looking at Arkansas' schedule, which the game time windows has been released. So you open against Alabama A&M 3:15 on the SEC network. Arkansas State's a 4:00 game in Little Rock. You play Ole Miss at night. The Notre Dame game, I know, Hunter Yurchak and the rest of us were disappointed about an 11 a.m. game, regardless if it's on ABC or not.
That's a big audience, though.
You will, but, I mean, you trade that off for an SEC network 6:30 time. I don't know a person that wears Razorback red that wouldn't do that for 6:30, whatever. But you look at, so the Auburn's already an 11 a.m. or noon game. The Missouri is going to be a night game, 5 to 7. I don't know what that attendance will look like depending on where Arkansas is at that point of the season and everything else. But the only other opportunity in the night game, Tommy, is that 2:30 to 7 o'clock flex game for Texas A&M. We saw the...
Means if you play good, you get to play at night, right? Or does that mean if you play really good, you play at 2:30? I'm not sure what that means.
No, it used to be.
It used to be that way.
It used to be that setup, but they've got the ESPN, you've got ESPN2, you've got ABC, and you've got the SEC Network, which all have night.
Okay, so the first game starts at 11, and the second game starts when? 2:30, right?
Yeah, 2:30. Yeah.
When are they ever going to figure out you can't fit a college football game in a 3.5-hour window? It's a 4-hour game.
Mm-hmm.
They try to put it in a 3.5-hour box, and it never
Doesn't
works.
work. And then we get caught holding the bag.
Hey, get your iPad out. Get your phone. Tune into it. Hey, it's over here on ESPN News. Oh, just when are they going to figure it out?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It's not fun. Well,
4-hour windows.
Now,
start earlier. Anyone opposed to football starting a little bit earlier? Unless it's your home game, you don't care.
Then start them later instead of. And I know Eastern, that kind of 8:30 Eastern. You could start at 7:30 Central. Like being on.
Some of us got to get home to go to Sunday school the next morning, Ty. Others, don't. But
I don't know
how
many people would push back against that if it leads to less 11 o'clock games. But like being last year, like going to South Bend, for example, I mean, it was at 7:30 Eastern. Now, obviously, it's 6:30 Central, but if you pushed it back an hour, Arkansas played the latest game that Arkansas has ever played in, I believe, was 2016 against Texas A&M, which was like an 8:15 Central start.
The problem is they're trying to get 4 games a day in on the same channel, same network. And the only way to do that is to start at 11 a.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Means 10 a.m. Central.
Yeah.
Which means game day has to move, or they have to start on other networks earlier, or they have to give something up in order to achieve what they really want. Or they can do what they've tried to do and modify some of the timing rules and change it. But you're just not getting games in 3.5 hours.
Here's the
not going to do it. Just like basketball, you're not going to do it in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Which Arkansas has the benefit of the doubt. You're going to play later games because of John Calipari. But here's the other side to Arkansas' schedule this fall. And Pittman kind of talked about it on Friday. So Ole Miss is already a night game.
Right.
I'm going to guess that the Tennessee game's going to end up being a night at Neyland. It's a 2:30 to 7:30 flex, or 2:30 to 7, I should say.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that's a night game. And then the Texas game, I'm guessing they're going to put it night. So not only do you have 4 of the toughest SEC road venues ahead this fall based on the teams that you'll play.
Why do you feel that way that those are going to be night games? I hadn't looked to see who else is playing that day.
Texas is likely going to be an SEC contender / in first at that point. I think the Texas A&M draw is still up there as well. And Ole Miss is already scheduled for that.
LSU's got that master schedule right over there by you may be dead on. I just wonder who else you're competing against for those coveted slots that day. What other matchups are occurring that day?
And again, there's 4 chances, 4 opportunities because of the ABC, the ESPN, 2, and SEC network.
Yeah,
So
and here's and I don't think from your perspective and the reasons you want night games, would you rather be at night on the SEC network or 2:30 on ABC?
SEC network at 9, 100%. I don't care how many more people view it. If that, because here's the deal, just listen.
You don't care how many more people view it,
because listen, what gives this team a better chance to win? It's a 6:30 game on the SEC network. Ask Sam Pittman, hey coach, would you rather be on the SEC network where less people, maybe 1 million less, are going to watch it at night, where you have a better chance to win, or would you rather be an 11 a.m. or 2:30 on ABC?
Hang on. What makes you believe they have a better chance to win?
Documented history at night games in Fayetteville?
What's the history say, since you've got documented history over there?
Texas 2021, Ole Miss 2022, Tennessee 2024. Night.
Oh, I can also point out some times they've lost at night too.
But there's more of a likelihood of this team winning or having a chance at night games as there is any in the SEC, and you just don't have that opportunity really this fall.
I would prefer to play at night. I'm with you, but also it's about eyeballs and TVs and exposures as well. 2:30 on the national network's hard to turn down either. Hey, another chance to qualify for the football trip of a lifetime tomorrow. We'll be at Hardee's. You can join us at Hardee's on Phoenix Avenue. Thursday, we'll be at Hardee's on Rogers Avenue in Fort Smith. Come by one or both of those. If you need a monster burger in 150 seconds or less, you're automatically qualified onto the finals. You can win a trip to see the Cowboys and the Raiders in Vegas. We've got all the things you need. All you got to do is come by and try to qualify. While we're there, sausage biscuits till noon for $1.49. Also monster burgers for just $3.50. It's all at Hardee's tomorrow beginning at 11 with ESPN Arkansas, Hardee's, and hitthatline.com.
and Standard Materials Group has immediate openings in the Northwest Arkansas area. If you're a licensed CDL driver, heavy equipment operator, electrician, diesel mechanic, have paving or concrete labor experience, or experience in a quarry, apply today at jobs.crh.com. APAC offers top pay, a sign-on bonus, benefits including insurance, retirement, and profit sharing. Apply online today at jobs.crh.com. APAC Arcola and Standard Materials Group is an equal opportunity employer.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic World scratch-off games from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $200,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you could win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic World. Must be 18 or older to play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Protect what matters most with the Fence Man. From heavy-duty security fencing to powered automatic gates, the Fence Man's got Fort Smith covered. The Fence Man has served the Fort Smith area for over 40 years. Custom built and built to last. Free quotes, financing for 18 months. When it comes to security fencing, nobody builds it better than the Fence Man. Call 479-782-3936 or visit thefencemanAR.com. The Fence Man. He ain't afraid of no work.
Largemouth bass will be spawning soon at ponds and lakes all over Arkansas and Oklahoma. One of the best lures to catch them on at this time is the famous Yum Dinger. We make them by the truckloads in Fort Smith in 3, 4, 5, and 6-inch sizes, and they are in tackle boxes of bass anglers all over the U.S. and all over the world. Wacky rigging the 5-inch model can't be beat for spawning bass. Available at Walmart, Bass Pro Shops, Academy, LureNet.com, and tackle stores all over the place. The Yum Dinger.
This is the Morning Rush.
The summer sales drive continues at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, save up to $6,000 off retail value on your next road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle, reconditioned and backed by a limited warranty. We've got you covered for your service needs as well, with half-off brakes and special financing available for those larger repairs. With our live market painless pricing and non-commissioned sales staff, we're committed to taking the hassle out of buying a quality pre-owned vehicle in the River Valley. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Are you ready to indulge in an unforgettable fine dining experience? Then come join us at Uncorked, where every meal is a masterpiece, crafted with the finest ingredients to tantalize your taste buds. And with our extensive selection of cocktails, wine, craft beer, and bourbons, we've got something for everyone. So why not take a break from the ordinary and join us on Phoenix Avenue next to Sodi's? Come savor the moment with us at Uncorked, where every visit is a celebration.
At Wave Rural Connect, our mission's simple: improve the quality of life in our communities. We've expanded to several non-member areas to help new communities. If you live in areas near Altus, Branch, Coxville, Mountainburg, Murray, Spur, or Ozark, Wave Rural Connect may be available to you right now. Check availability online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or call 1-833-492-8372. Wave Rural Connect will continue opening new areas throughout 2025.
Here's some exciting news for golf enthusiasts. The Golf Nut is thrilled to announce new arrivals for 2025, including Callaway Elite Woods and Irons, the new generation Pro V1 and Pro V1X golf balls, as well as a full range of lab putters, including the latest OZ model. Schedule a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators to elevate your game. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue and experience golfing greatness for over 30 years.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time every time.
I want barbecue that's sliced thick, smoked long, and so tender it melts in your mouth. Sides that will fill me up like a twice-baked potato, baked beans, hand-cut fries, okra, Texas toast. You know what I'm talking about? A restaurant where the whole family can go and get a great meal for a great price. Where the owner actually comes to your table to make sure everything tastes great. I'll tell you what I want. I want Jerry Neal's.
ESPN Arkansas weather.
For today, lots of sunshine. Our high temperatures this afternoon right around 95, a heat index near 105. Clear skies, mid-70s tonight, and sunny, hot and humid again tomorrow. A high right around 95, a heat index near 105. Could dodge a few isolated showers or storms Wednesday. I'm Sally Russell with your forecast on ESPN Arkansas.
If this thing kicks in and we just whoop, 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 whoop.
ESPN 95.3 and hitthatline.com. KERX Paris Fort Smith. The Bud Light Countdown is on. Arkansas football begins in 33 days.
I tell you what, we had another sorry practice today. These guys, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat anybody this year. Quarterbacks, they can't hit the broadside of a barn right now. I don't know if we could hit that indoor facility right there. Receivers, they couldn't catch a cold if it was the middle of February, dropping everything. Defensive backs, gosh, I wonder why they got grass stains all over the jerseys. They fall about every play. About 2 or 3 of them are falling. And our kickers, gee, it's like the Army, left, right. They're kicking it all over the place. I don't know if we can beat anybody this year. God, and leadership, no, we don't have any leaders out here. Guys are soft. They just can't. Maybe I ought to give them a week off and start over and see if we can lead the group and find some real tough guys out here. But it's been a struggle this preseason. It's been a big struggle, man. I don't know how we're going to beat. Have you ever heard a coach say that?
Live from the Busch Light Studios, this is The Morning Rush with Ty Richardson and Tommy Kraft.
All right, it's hour number 2 of the Morning Rush. We got into a few things in hour 1. Heard Steve Spurrier there, former coach of the Florida Gators, South Carolina Gamecocks. That was a period in South Carolina's off season where he was just having some fun with some media reporters, which is always a good time. He's always good for a quote when it comes to talking all things college football, even after his coaching days, Tommy.
Yep, miss the old ball coach. He was always a lot of fun, and at media days, it was one of those that you never wanted to miss. One thing you don't want to miss is the Bet Saracen app. As we're how many days? We're down to not quite 30. It's
33.
30. Is it 33? 33 days till Arkansas football starts. We are, 27 or so to the first. August 23rd is the first game.
That riveting Nicholls State and
well, it's football.
What's the other team? Incarnate Word.
Yeah, it's football at least.
You gonna watch that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. So I mean, I have other reasons to watch it, but yes, I will watch that game. Anyway, point being, get the Bet Saracen app. All the lines will be coming out soon. Right now, all the preseason lines and over-unders on win totals and all of that's there. Plus, still a full slate of Major League Baseball regular season is on there, WNBA, and a whole lot more. Plus, if you go to BetSaracen.com, there's videos on how to best use the app when you download it now. So get the Bet Saracen app in the Apple or Google Play stores. It's Bet Saracen, Arkansas's #1 sports betting app.
All right, so speaking of betting, I know the Arkansas line is 5.5 for this upcoming season. Josh Pate covers college football for CBS Sports, has his own show, and here's what his thoughts are concerning Arkansas's win total for this fall.
I think Arkansas would go under 5.5 if I had to bet this right now. You see 5.5, and you looked at ESPN's FPI had Arkansas ranked. You think, well, if they're the number 22 team in the country, certainly they're going to win more than 5.5 games. Well, I don't have them number 22, and I don't expect them, as of now, to win more than 5.5 games. My own metrics, have them playing the third hardest schedule in the country. And look, here's how I think about Arkansas. A lot of unknown on that team. Outside of Taylon Green, where's the big upgrade?
So I guess my thought here on Hot Take Money, what is a hot take for win totals for Arkansas this fall? Like if you were to say they're going to win 8 games, they're going to win 7 games, what is a hot take? I think that
they'll only win 3. or 4.
Okay, it's the low number.
It would be a high. I mean, I think to our audience, yeah, because I think everyone's. Would you say 80% of the people we listen to on this show that call or interact or text us or whatever would say they're going to be 6 or more, 7 or more?
I think it's right around that 500 mark.
The hot take, the outlier take would be they're only going to win 4 games this year. The real hot take would mean they're only going to win 3, which would mean they're going to lose a non-conference game you're really not expecting to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the hot.
So
take
of the
year.
hotter
a
takes,
4-win season.
If we go to the both ends of the spectrum, 8 regular season wins, 4 regular season wins, you think the hotter take is still the lesser number?
Right,
4?
because if you go 4 and 8 this year, what does that? That means a couple things happened. Either you lost a non-con game, you went winless in SEC play. A couple things are in play there at 4. I guess you could win 3 non-con games and 1 SEC game, but if you go, because you got Notre Dame, so I mean, there's some bad things going to happen. Obviously,
I was watching a clip. We don't have it, but it's the AJ McCarron clip cut that we played last week. He's on this podcast with Neil McCready and I think it's Josh Siskey. And one of the elements that one of the co-hosts pointed out is I think it's 25 of the 136 teams in college football, Tommy, have 11 starters back. That means the rest of college football, the 100 and some odd teams, have 10 or less starters back for this team. And what they're pointing to with that is that you have no idea what's going to happen this fall. And we've talked about the turnover within the quarterbacks of the Southeastern Conference as a whole. I think you have this preconceived notion and thought in your head as you're listening right now. Maybe I'm wrong, that Arkansas is going to be hovering around 500. That's what I think they're going to end up. I think they're going to be 6-6. But I like just the turnover and the stuff that keeps getting talked about in the offseason. I wonder how that will affect not just Arkansas, but other teams that we have thoughts about this fall.
Well, and how you get out of the gate. And because I think one thing we've seen with the portal and with NIL and everything the last 2-3 years, teams don't get out of the gate quite as well as they used to. Players hadn't played together as long. You got the second portal period, which means there are players that did not go through spring drills with you that will be in your camp in August. 30 days and X number of practices aren't enough generally to smooth everything out. Who can get out of the gate? And I think the teams that have more continuity, less turnover will be the ones that play better in September.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how hot a take that is, but one of the things to watch is how teams do come out of the gate, because it is difficult now to put your team together in 30 days. And there's always 7 or 8 spots on Arkansas's teams, it seemed like, for players that come after the spring portal,
which Arkansas does not have a lot of continuity from last year. So you're hoping that thought doesn't pertain to Arkansas, but it is in fact the opposite of that. Text from JT in Hot Springs saying it's more likely that we win 4 games instead of 8 games this upcoming season. I think a lot of people will point to the schedule about that. This is the text out of 870 into Queen. Hot take is Arkansas's offensive line will be the biggest improvement year 2 under Bobby Petrino. He feels like there's going to be 2 big upsets this fall in this upcoming season. And I think and we talked with Coach Pittman on Friday, and I don't necessarily have this cut, but you think about adding McCroy, Kittler, Corey Robinson, moving Carmona on the inside. You're hoping that Kobe Branham, he had a good Liberty Bowl. I know he's been dinged up a little bit, that he can be.
He had off-season surgery.
Yeah.
And Coach talked at Media Days about this. I don't know if we ever ran that audio, but they look at Kobe Branham. I know where some have him listed on a depth chart. Kobe Branham's going to be a starter for this team as soon as he's healthy. They really like him, probably like him as well as any lineman they have on their roster. So don't let that name get lost. Kobe Branham's going to be a big part of that offensive line as soon as he's physically ready.
And I often point to how great the 2021 season is because of one player, unfortunately, Traylon Burks, who got injured with the Tennessee Titans. Looks like he fractured his collarbone recently. But you can't overlook the fact that you had one of the best offensive lines in all of college football that year. And you had a trio of running backs in Traylon Smith and Dominique Johnson and Rocket Sanders, even A.J. Green, who had a couple long touchdown runs that season. So while the passing game and KJ was seemingly finally finding Traylon Burks every single game, that running game got going a little bit. And you got some unknown. I know the wide receivers, maybe the most unknown about your football team. But running back is a question. I know that Jalen Braxton is back, but you just wonder. I know he's apparently in the best shape of his life, but you wonder what if he can take on a larger role. Mike Washington comes in. A.J. Green is back. You got Rodney Hill back. What that kind of looks like in terms, because that year, if you remember, Smith kind of started the year getting the bulk of the carries, and then Pittman was on record like, hey, I want Johnson getting the ball more, him getting the rock more because he's a bigger back. I'm curious what that load looks like initially, and then by the end of the season, kind of what that offense looks like running the football with those four guys.
And how much does Taylor Green run the ball this year?
Yeah.
Do they try to limit that early to preserve him down the road? We asked him at media days, is there anything you're doing, to keep your legs kind of out of harm's way? Those long, lanky legs, as he goes to the boundary, just become more and more exposed as he gets outside of his blocking scheme. And he talked about ball protection. He talked about trying to get in the mindset of getting down, as coaches are telling him to get down when and don't take the contact. He's going to have to do that for his team. I know it's instinctual to try to go and get the first down to get that extra yard or whatever, but this team's better off punting at times than they are letting him get injured trying to stretch and reach for a first down.
Yeah, and
that's hard to program someone to do that.
Yeah, and I know that there seems to be some confidence from Petrino and Pittman on KJ Jackson, but you want your starting quarterback in there. We had, again, Coach Pittman was with us on Friday. Here's what he said about Taylor Green in second year at Arkansas.
He has what I think are even more weapons than he had a year ago. He's got a better offensive line in front of him. I think when you talk about turnovers and these things like that, I think understanding the offense better, your reads are quicker. I think you become much better in that, and I think history's shown that in Coach Petrino's second year with the same quarterback. I think the sky's the limit for this guy. I really like him. He's a great leader. It'll be his senior year, so I certainly think he understands that. At the Manning camp, I think he felt like he matched up really well with the other quarterbacks up there, and he has dreams of playing in the NFL as well. So I think it's going to be a big year for him because of who he is.
I wonder, when you look personnel to personnel, last year, this year, obviously Taylor's going to be better. It's year two. If you're a quarterback, would you rather have a better offensive line and less talent in the skill positions, or the opposite, a worse offensive line and more talent in the skill position? Because I personally, I don't know how you look at this group from last year to this year, and albeit it's July the 28th and we haven't seen this team play a single snap just yet, but I don't know how you look at last year to this year and say that the skill positions are better than last year.
Well, I don't think you can.
I think you could make a case.
Not today you can't.
Yeah, but I do think you can make a case that the offensive line, and I know we've said the same too in the last 2 years, is going to be better. So what do you think a quarterback values more? I know that the operative answer is, well, both.
Yeah.
What kind of pie you want, radio? Both. I want both the skill position and the talent. But you don't have that this year, at least from on the July the 28th. I think that's a fair take for me to have.
That's a good question. You want protection, or do you want someone to throw it to?
And obviously, you've got a second-year quarterback that, again, is going to be better. But is it going to help the offense overall that maybe the offensive line is a tick better and maybe the skill positions are a tick better? It's not like they're awful, but I don't know how you can sit here, whether you're Ronnie Fouch, Coach Pittman, Coach Petrino, and try and sell us on the idea that the skill position players are going to be better than they were last year.
Okay, let me answer it like this.
I think you can do that with the offensive line, though.
Let me answer it this way, having 30 seconds to ponder it a little bit. If I'm Taylor Green, I'm probably taking the wide receivers versus the protection. Not that you can have an awful line, but you ask about most improved, which one would you rather have, line or receivers? What's one thing Taylor Green has? He has legs, and he has wheels, and he has escapability, and he has the ability to take a bad play and turn it into a positive. He has the ability to get out of the pocket and make things happen on the run. He's not the best passer of the ball. He's got to limit the turnovers. But at least if the pocket breaks down and the protection's gone, he can still get back to the line of scrimmage or get you something positive because he has the wheels. We haven't always had a quarterback that could do that. So I would probably say you'd rather have the wide receivers, because the longer that play goes, the longer it extends, the longer it is for the secondary to cover. Just like it's harder for the offensive line to protect. eventually someone will get open. He may have to throw from 3 or 4 steps outside of his pocket, but he can at least probably make a throw or at least get you back to the line of scrimmage. So I'd probably go with the receivers under your question.
Under the question. If you have a thought on that, you can get in here with the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, 877-377-6963, as we're nearly a month away from Arkansas beginning their season. Fall camp begins on Friday. I know a lot of coaches were doing other things this weekend and then getting prepared for what's ahead this week. And we'll have some Sam Pittman and I would guess Coach Petrino, Coach Williams, and some players will be speaking from here on out. We'll kind of have some updated media availability that we'll get to talk with each of the guys getting closer and closer to this upcoming season.
Hey, finding the right financing to remodel your current home or build a brand new one is easier than you might think when you stop by Farm Credit of Western Arkansas. They have 25 locations and let their experts guide you from start to finish through the entire process. Or log on at myaglender.com. That's myaglender.com to see all the financing options that they offer. Farm Credit of Western Arkansas, making family dreams come true for more than 100 years.
All right, when we come back, we've got our SEC update, some things going on in the Southeastern Conference, what Nick Saban had to say about the possibility of coming back to coaching. We'll continue on a Hot Take Monday after this.
Don't touch my beef jerky.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/JOY.
I don't know, somewhere along, like when I discovered girls, I quit watching wrestling.
This is The Morning Rush.
Here's some exciting news for golf enthusiasts. The Golf Nut is thrilled to announce new arrivals for 2025, including Callaway Elite Woods and Irons, the new generation Pro V1 and Pro V1X golf balls, as well as a full range of lab putters, including the latest OZ model. Schedule a lesson or fitting on one of our indoor simulators to elevate your game. Visit the Golf Nut at 5121 Towson Avenue and experience golfing greatness for over 30 years.
To $11,000 off on select GMC Sierras at Harry Robinson Buick GMC. The GMC Sierra will conquer the road with confidence. Up to $11,000 off or take 4.9% for up to 84 months. Lease the all-new 2025 GMC Hummer and go 0 to 60 in under 3.9 seconds for as low as $9.99 a month. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. We are professional grade. Harry Robinson Buick GMC. Exit 11 off of I-540 in Fort Smith.
Like life, vacations don't always go as planned. If your summer getaway turned into a summer towaway, don't hire an attorney you don't know from a state you'll never go back to. Hire me, Jackie Mock. I'm licensed in Arkansas and Oklahoma, but I can process rec checks no matter where you crashed. Call 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, a rec check sounds nice.
At Dobson Fiber, we're helping you build stronger connections by bringing the fastest internet network available to your business. Why fiber? Fiber internet provides reliable, symmetrical, blazing speeds. Without any interruptions or buffering, you can rely on Dobson for all your data needs. With Dobson Fiber as your premium internet provider, you can focus on the things that matter and the connections you build. To see if fiber is available to you, visit Dobson.net. Dobson Fiber, building stronger connections.
World-class trout fishing is the star of the show at Gaston's White River Resort, where a few days away from all the worries and stress will make all right in your world. Gaston's has friendly, experienced guides to help you land your limit. Enjoy your stay at Gaston's in one of their private cottages, or reserve a lodge for up to 20 people. Call now and let Gaston's help you plan your next getaway on the White River. 870-431-5202. That's 870-431-5202. Or learn more at Gastons.com. Gaston's, a first-class time, every time.
Roback's got the gear for your perfect summer day. Shop polos, hoodies, Q-zips, and much more in the American Summer Collection at Roback.com.
Roback made finding the perfect pair of pants or shorts much easier. They're a clean fit with comfortable premium fabric. They look great on and off the golf course. So shop at Roback.com for the Delta pants and shorts.
You're going to get 20% off your first order. Just use the code RUSH25 at Roback.com.
Wes, how many people can a large pizza feed?
About 4.
So I should tell Cousin Jeff 1.
Oh, wow. He's a big eater.
The biggest. He once got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat diner because they ran out of food. How many can a small pizza feed?
I'd say 2.
Our small pizza at $15 is a meal for 2? We should advertise this. That goat'll hunt.
Dog.
What you call me?
That dog will hunt.
Wes, dogs are man's best friend. Goats are the true hunters.
Goats?
Billy Goat Jr.'s Grammy was trained to chase squirrels, cats, birds, and rabbits. We could hear her for miles through the brush. And she'd circle them right to us.
You're not serious.
As serious as a meal for 2 for $15.
You're an interesting cat.
What you call me?
A meal for 2 for $15. Eat Jim's RazorbackPizza.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3.
The SEC is the best conference in America.
The tough will survive in this game, and I feel like the SEC is the toughest.
Arkansas is the SEC champion.
You know, every game is a dogfight.
We're about the tough there is. Week in and week out, you're going to play some of the best, the biggest, the fastest.
The Hawks have finally held the first SEC tournament championship for Arkansas.
Where opponents' dreams come to die.
This is your SEC update on the Morning Rush.
There is no opportunity that I know of right now that I would enhance me to go back to coaching. I enjoy what I'm doing. I did it for 50 years. I loved it. I love the relationship with the players. I love the competition. But, it's another station of life now. And I enjoy what I'm doing right now and want to continue to do it. Spend more time with my family, my grandchildren, my children. It's been really, really good.
That was Nick Saban on the prospect of coming back to coaching, not just college football. I know there's been some speculation about if he would become a coach for a National Football League team. He's on Fox News talking about that. And again, the wording, maybe I'm reading too much into this, as Tommy pointed out earlier, but right now, not an opportunity right now. You mentioned his age being whatever he is, 73.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think you're going into any opportunity without being mentally committed for at least 3 and probably 5 years. I mean, Nick Saban is the greatest coach of your lifetime and perhaps mine as well. But as an organization, would you sign up for only knowing it could be 2 or 3 years? No. I mean, that's not the stability you're probably looking for. It'd be hard to turn that down, I understand, but everyone's got to be mentally engaged for probably 5 years. Are you really signing up till you're 78? That's hard to do.
That's what Carolina did with Belichick. I mean, I don't think, and not to say that that's a stable situation right now. There's still
and look at all the problems they've already ran into.
Saban's got Terry. He's got the other gal. So I think this is. I think from the stability,
more stability in personal life, but. My point is
just a little.
You've got to also, be ready to.
But isn't that what Arkansas is doing with Cal? I mean, do we really think John Calipari?
That's a whole different. That's a 10-year difference there.
Okay.
Cal's 65? It's not quite 10, but there's a whole different world between mid-60s and approaching mid-70s
of the 75. Okay, that's fair. But I think.
I mean, he said it earlier. We played the clip. He spent 50 years coaching football. He's not been around his kids, his grandkids, his family. He's now, and he talked about the season. We're trying to wish something into existence here. He's giving us the answer. You don't want to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it.
Blaming this on me?
No, I'm just, as all people are wanting to talk this into existence.
It's talking season, Tom. We got to talk about
Well,
something.
So just make it up?
I'm not making it up. We played a soundbite.
He's not coming
talked
back.
about it. Is that a hot take here on Hot Take?
I don't
Monday?
think that's a hot take. I think it's an obvious take.
I think it's an obvious take.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you saying that? Were you saying the same thing though when he said he wasn't going to be the head coach of Alabama?
Different station in life, different place in life.
Colton's got his Dolphins. What'd you say? You take him back in a heartbeat?
I mean, I would take that prodigal son back in a minute. I'm tired of South Beach Mike McDaniel just pissing away talent and everything in the cold every year in January.
Yeah.
Nick Saban wouldn't do that, but he's not coming back. I mean, I heard it this morning. It's like Tommy said, it doesn't sound like he wants to be a part of that anymore.
You
He
want
likes what
you
he's
want
doing.
to read into it, but it's not there. You're trying to read something between the lines that's not there.
He's making plenty of money doing what he's doing. He's not hurting there either.
Jesse thinks that Cal's can retire in the next 3 years.
Well, that's not a hot take either. I mean, again, he'll be approaching 70 by then. He talked about a 5-year. 5 years is a long time to be a head coach anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
What Nick Saban did, not only from the championships, but from the longevity, is an outlier. Sam Pittman's in his 6th year, right? Got 6 years.
Yep.
That makes him what we went over this the other day. Third and longest tenured coach in the league.
Him, Kiffin, and Drink are at 6.
Yeah.
Stoops is the longest. Smart's in between, though. I don't remember the.
I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. The idea that you're going to make it 10 plus anymore is out the window.
Like Joe Castiglione, who just recently is we're set to retire. I don't remember his exact timeline from when he's done at Oklahoma. Like his standing with the university is as long as it gets.
Kirk
with that
Ferentz is not walking through that door anymore.
Yeah.
You can't be mediocre and just rise up every few years and keep your job anymore. Saban was there for 17 seasons because of the championship.
2007 to 2023.
Well,
Arkansas
I'm
number one
talking about the championships give you more life, and 10 years is about your max unless you're doing great things by your fan base's expectations.
That is one of the worst stats when you talk about Saban, that Arkansas never beat him in Tuscaloosa. Not one time. You were close 4 or 5 times, but you never beat him. Now, you're talking about Kirk Ferentz. Colton, you had this note in a rundown. So he went 1-10 his first year, and second year they're 2-18. I mean, are you gonna? I know buyouts, and I know the revenue changing and everything else. I mean, are you going to see the patience in college football from a fan base or a board of trustees or an athletics director after 2 seasons like that, or is that done? Is that wishful thinking?
I think with rev share, they don't have a choice. You can't fire coaches if you don't have the money.
What do you think, Colton?
Well, I put this in our rundown, I think, last week, and it made it here today. But when I thought about this, the first thing I thought was it'll probably never happen again. I mean, we saw it here at Arkansas, and I know this before rev share and everything, but Chad Morris went, 2-20, and we fired him. So, I mean, I just don't think that there's, at this level anymore, there's an expectation. There's so much more money involved. I don't know that there is that amount of patience anymore because everybody's trying to, scratch and claw their way up to the top just to get a little extra piece of the pie. So for me, I'm not sure that we'll ever see another. You can't start your first 20 games 2-18. I don't think anymore in Power 5 level.
Well, and the question becomes: do contracts adjust to fit those situations? Sam Pittman's buyout's got a little bit of language in there concerning win-loss record. It's the outlier to most contracts in college sports. Question is, does that shift in the buyout language moving forward, that coaches' buyouts are diminished if their record is,
I think it depends on
below what should be a very acceptable bar in most cases.
Yeah, I think it depends on the coach. Like, you're not going to be able to do that with Smart or Ryan Day or something like that. But some middle of the pack coaches, maybe lesser coaches, that might be a thing. And AD has a little leverage with the agent.
Yeah. Schools got to do that more and more. It's fair. If you don't perform, you don't get the bonus. I mean, that's just how it works, right? If you don't get to a certain level of achievement, and I know getting fired isn't a bonus, but getting fired with pay is not the world we all live in. We don't understand it. And that, schools are not going to be able to afford to be locked in to a losing situation because they can't afford to fire the coach because rev share's eating up all their available cash.
All right, last thing here in your SEC update. Oliver Rue, you know who I'm talking about, the Florida center. That's like he's like 7'9". He's apparently been practicing with the football team. Is this Colton? You had this? Is this just like a joke? Is this actually?
I read this is all that I found on it was the report from Unnecessary Roughness on it, and I mean, but it said that the quote was from Todd Golden. So I mean, if Todd Golden said that Oliver Rue is practicing with a football team or has practiced, I don't know. Look, I've seen that kid on the basketball court. There's no. Don't put that kid on the football field. He's going to get hurt.
Here's what I would ask if you're an Arkansas fan. What Arkansas basketball player on this team this year would you like to see play football? Richmond. That was where my mind went. I think Billy would be an unbelievable wide receiver. He's probably the most athletic guy on the team. Carter's probably your best player. We'll see how Darius Acuff is, but my mind immediately, if I could see Billy Richmond would be a SEC wide receiver.
What football player would you like to see on the basketball team?
Taylor Green.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about
Shaq
that.
McCroy, close second.
Yeah, Shaq down low, 6'8", 6'9". He would be a good fit in John Calipari's system.
All right, that's your SEC updates brought to you by Joe's Grill and Cantina. Tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. They'll have dollar tacos all day long, both at lunch and dinner, crunchy beef or crunchy chicken tacos for just $1 a piece on Taco Tuesday. Thursdays is Throwback Thursday, where they bring back the old Kuko's platters, a taste that made them the original choice in the River Valley. So if you want some of those old classic Kuko's platters, they're large and they are robust. They'll have them for you on Thursday as their specials on Thursday, Throwback Thursday at Joe's Grill and Cantina. House-made salsa every day, fresh, hot, crispy chips, and even better service. It's great Tex-Mex, even better service. Joe's Grill and Cantina, 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
So if you lose a bet, do you pay up on it? Are you pretty good? Would you say you're pretty good up on paying? Yeah. Colton, would you?
Bothers me if I don't immediately.
I usually just don't make bets that I'm not sure I can cash in the first place.
So if someone would say owes you $100 and it's been almost a year and they haven't paid up on the bet, would you let them in via the phone lines, via the Lewis Automotive Group?
I know where you're going. Well, maybe that's why Brian is calling.
Yeah, Brian, am I finally going to get paid after Quinn Ewers got sacked in like the first possession of last year's game?
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Am I fine? Where's my money?
Yeah, it's in the bank right now.
Well, when am I going to get it? I mean, the bet's nearly a year old. Am I going to see that $100?
I'll tell you what. I'll come up there on my next day off.
I'll tell you what. How about you just mail it? Just mail it.
No, I'm going to personally bring it to you and put it in your hand. How about that?
You know,
I think that's a good idea. That's a great idea.
That's a manly thing to do. It's almost a year too late, but I respect you coming up face to face as a man.
Maybe bring 110.
I will bring it to you personally.
All right.
So I do want to ask you a question while I'm talking to you, though. Okay. So I hear you all the time talk about that you don't believe that Arch Manning is that good. So my question for you is, why are you the only one, and probably all of the United States, especially in the sports industry, that has said that, considering most people on ESPN, 247 Sports, OM3, whatever, everybody have him basically picked as the number one overall pick next year, and at the very least, top 5 pick in 2026 draft if he decides to come out next year. I mean, I don't understand where you get the basis that Arch Manning is not a good player. Well, he can definitely. I mean, I get it. Taylor Green is Arkansas quarterback. Arch Manning would blow by him in a foot race. And he's got the arm strength, twice the arm strength of Taylor Green. I just like to know where your facts and your basis is at.
Well,
Arch Manning's not.
I will give Arch credit because I've listened to him talk to Marty Smith and other interviews been on. He knows that the name he has on the back of his jersey carries a legacy, carries a weight, and he's been quick to say that I haven't earned necessarily that yet. I just think we're giving this kid the world. I mean, he got voted third team All-SEC, and he may end up being that. He may be a top 3 quarterback in the SEC, but I've seen DJ Lagway. I've seen Lenoris Sellers. I've seen Garrett Nussmeier. I've seen guys that have played SEC ball and had success. And I'm still waiting. He could, Brian. I mean, he very well could. But offensive line, skill positions, you're turning some guys over from last year. That's why I'm withholding the idea that he's just going to be this unbelievable first-round draft pick in his first time playing SEC ball this year, like for the entire season.
Okay, so is that going to change your mind when they go to Ohio State and they beat Ohio State in Columbus?
Well, they
August the 30th.
They went to Alabama 2 years ago and won that game. So they've done it early
Alabama
before.
was stupid. 2 years ago, they didn't play Alabama last year.
I think it'll open the eyes to a lot of people if he was to win that football game, the Horseshoe. But I don't think anyone in this audience really cares about that. They care about the game in November.
Well, yeah, November 22nd. Well, I wouldn't want to be Arkansas and Austin then, but I am rooting for Arkansas in most games. I am going to that game. Just
Please
watch
don't.
Arch Manning roll over Arkansas.
So what's the bet this year? You already owe me $100. What's the bet this year?
Oh, now you're not going to get your money. Hang on, Ty. Be careful here. You won't get your money this way.
Yeah, you will. I said I would bring it to you, hand it to you personally, and I'm going to do that. I'll bring it to Springdale and give it to you in your hand.
Okay, I've got gray hair. I'm about 50 years old. Got glasses.
Who are
What's
you
that?
talking about?
Go ahead, Brian.
I've seen you around. Okay, you'll get it. I'll be up there probably next week on my day off.
Okay. All right, Brian. I appreciate you living up to your bets. I appreciate you paying it off.
Yeah.
Okay, a year later.
No problem. You guys have
Has
a great
it been
day.
a full year yet?
No, that bet was made last summer. Arkansas played Texas in November. And no
quite a
joke,
year.
Quinn Ewers got sacked.
In Bryant's defense,
The first drive. I just don't listen. Texas had a really good offensive line, and Arkansas did not have a great defensive line when it came to rushing the quarterback. But again, that game means more to Arkansas than it does Texas. And
Well, freshly up on the Oakland Sports app, will Brian actually pay his bet to Ty? You can get Ty getting his money at minus 1,000.
JT
Brian
said
actually paying the bet off.
he's willing to bet $25
Yeah.
on the Oakland Sports app that Brian is not going to bring me that money.
But seriously, the Oakland Sports app is out there right now. You can download it, take advantage of everything that's there in the offseason, including Major League Baseball and WNBA rosters. They've also got golf on there as well. I know we've gotten past the last major, but it's all there as well. New customers can earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets, a 10% profit boost for new and existing customers on three-leg parlays. Can we put you and Brian in on the parlay? Can we get that? What would we pair with that? Maybe Arch Manning related. We could pair that and get maybe a 10% profit boost. Plus futures, outright winners, spreads, totals, player props, game props, and live in-game wagering. Bet with Arkansas's #1 sports betting app, the one you trust, the brand you trust. Bet with Oakland Sports. What do you think Brian looks like? That's what because Brian's kind of shrouded in secrecy. To my knowledge, there's not video or photographic evidence of him on social media out there. What do you think when Brian walks into the studio? And I don't know if he'll shake your hand or not, but hands you the $100.
9 months.
What do you think? What do you think you're going to see standing before you?
It's a scruffy, middle-aged man. It's probably going to be in a Longhorns t-shirt if I had to guess.
Will it fit?
Probably not.
Right.
HR guy says, Tommy, can you at least let a low-level intern pat down that Texas idiot before he gets to your tie? Casey from Lincoln, why does Brian call ESPN Arkansas and talk about Texas? Who cares about Texas? This is Arkansas. Razorbacks for. Well, he at least presented something that I've been saying. And I don't think it's disrespectful. I don't understand. And again, I guess I do understand. You've got Archie as your grandfather. You've got Eli and Peyton as your uncles.
Are they taking any snaps?
No,
for
but
Texas?
and that's the thing. It's
That's the
like
point,
you're
right?
giving this kid. And again, I will give Arch credit because he's been like, I don't deserve all this attention and adulation just yet until I actually do something. And I'm going to guess he's a confident young man that thinks he can do something. But let's see it first. If they go to Ohio State and win that game week 1, then we can talk about it a little bit more. But until then, I'm kind of withholding the hoopla before Arch Manning this upcoming season.
Jamie from Van Buren on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline texted and says, Brian is in his early 30s. I went to school with him.
So we're around the same age. Our voices do not sound the same. That's probably more of a shot at me than anyone else. Milk Toast said he'd pay us $100 not to just hear that guy again.
All right.
We'll pocket that. if
Send
we
that
need to.
$100 to attention Tommy Kraft, P.O. Box.
Plus 10,000 that Brian pays, minus 10,000 that Brian doesn't pay. It's apparently on the old.
Jamie says he went to Southside High School.
Doxing this guy right here. Go ahead. You got an address, Jamie?
Don't go.
Don't
we
say
don't. We don't need we don't need a lawsuit or anything on our hands with that. But I will be surprised if they pay anything. Is there any
Being outed.
You were talking about.
So who are you going to donate the money to?
Donate?
Yeah.
The Arkansas.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't want to profit off it. You'd want to give this money to like a charitable cause. Good Samaritan Clinic. I know you're involved with them. Children's Hospital.
Of course, you're going to turn this on me. Like money that I won fair and square.
Well, no, I mean, it's like free money because you're now actually getting it. I figure you'd want to do something for the greater good with it.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to now because if I don't, I'm going to be looked at as just a terrible human being. So I guess that $100 is no longer mine. All right, Patty, you're getting a donation now, which I shouldn't be. I should be disgruntled by. But
it's for the kids, Ty. It's for the kids.
That's your. Speaking of money, did you hear what Bielba said the other day?
Kind of a unique story, kind of the way college football is today. You just asked the question about the conference-wide pay system. I think about 1992, my first question, I walked into the meeting room and Hayden Fry said, "Hey, don't worry, nobody ever asked the players any questions. Guess who got the first question? Me." And I think about that to this day because as a player, I actually was a walk-on that earned a scholarship, and think about that phone call when I called my parents to tell them I gained a scholarship, and they were crying on the other line, and I thought they were just happy, but I also realized, that scholarship made a big payment difference in that household that I was raised in, and to now have a system where starting in July, we actually paid our players through PayPal.
We're not the biggest PayPal fans because we've had issues with it before. Milk Toast texting in here on the Lewis Automotive Group hotline, but yeah, getting paid through PayPal is a little different. A little different nowadays.
I didn't know they were paying through PayPal. Is that an Illinois thing?
That's obviously what's going on in Champaign. I'm going to guess there's probably some things that are going on in Fayetteville and other SEC schools where guys are getting Venmo or paid through PayPal or anything else. Just a thing. Not the biggest. If I had to rank my payment systems, Venmo, Square Cash, PayPal, and then Zelle's like fourth.
Did you say Cash App in there?
Yeah, well, that's Square Cash.
Oh, is
Square
it?
Cash,
That's how much
Cash
I
App,
know.
same thing.
I
Venmo-
don't have Cash App. That way my kids can't say, Dad, Cash App me 20 or 50.
They just ask you for free.
We used to get accused of nickel and diming our parents, and then I used to say my kids 5 and 10 me to death. Now it's 20s and 50s. Oh.
Inflation, man.
Oh, it's real. Hey, one place.
What about the allowance you give them?
Allowance. The same allowance I got when I was a kid. I'm going to allow you to. I'm going to allow you to live here. I'm going to allow you to eat my groceries. I'm going to allow you to mow my yard.
You're just not.
That's why it was when I was a kid.
A charitable and giving father in 2025. I would think that you would do that for your own flesh and blood.
Well, I feel bad for them when they have to wake up, at the crack of noon, go get in the pool. I mean, it's a hard life they live over there. God Almighty! It's if they only knew. If they only knew. Hey, one place it can feel like home would be at Gaston's White River, or at least at my home. Wake up at the crack of noon and go get in the pool. You can do that at Gaston's. They put in a brand new swimming pool about 3 years ago.
Nice.
And it is a nice place to kind of, when maybe you do a half day of fishing in the morning, you do the pool in the afternoon, nature trails, all sorts of stuff. There's point to the story is there's more than one option than just fishing. So while maybe the guys want to go fishing, the girls can go to the pool. There's nearby shopping and other hiking and things that are just right at the gates of Gaston, so you can't miss it. Plus, I like just sitting back, maybe have a cold refreshment. Watch the planes come and go on their grass airstrip that's on site as well. Private cabins and lodges, so you never have to worry about that noisy neighbor upstairs or who's beating on the wall next door. That's never a problem at Gaston's White River Resort. 870-431-5202 is the number. 870-431-5202. Gaston's White River Resort. A first-class time every time.
I'm a hugger.
Through and through?
Yep.
I never get a hug from you. What's that about?
I'm selective with them.
You're listening to The Morning Rush.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members.
Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
I'm personally not necessarily a yes man, but I will, give my opinion on certain things.
This is the Morning Rush.
The summer sales drive continues at Rath Auto Resources. Right now, save up to $6,000 off retail value on your next road-ready certified pre-owned vehicle, reconditioned and backed by limited warranty. We've got you covered for your service needs as well, with half-off brakes and special financing available for those larger repairs. With our live market painless pricing and non-commissioned sales staff, we're committed to taking the hassle out of buying a quality pre-owned vehicle in the River Valley. Just another reason why all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources, 4515 Towson Avenue, Fort Smith. RathAutoFortSmith.com.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Mix and match your favorite flavors like buttermilk ranch, honey mustard, and spicy. Endless combinations start with 2 warm tortillas, each filled with 100% white meat, juicy on the inside, crispy on the outside, hand-breaded chicken tenders. Any 2 wraps, now just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. These items only. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included. Visit restaurant for details.
Valley Family Dental at the entrance to Riley Farms provides every type of dental care and procedure for you and your family. General dentistry, braces, implants, same-day crowns, and cosmetics. Dr. Sparkman, Farmer, and now Dr. Blaine Van Nice work to give all of their patients a better life with a better smile. Valley Family Dental, 5901 Riley Park Drive, Suite A at the entrance to Riley Farms. Let them know you heard this on ESPN Radio and receive $300 off a store card. Valley Family Dental, 479-226-3500 for an appointment or visit valleyfamilydentalpractice.com.
Hi, this is Truett Tollett with WT Equipment. When it's hay season, you need equipment that works as hard as you do. Premier Forge tools, from mowers to balers, are built tough to perform in the field and backed by support you can count on. At WT Equipment, we help you get the right Premier tools to keep them running strong. Come by and see us at our 8 locations or visit us online, WTEquip.com. Premier, because your hay doesn't wait.
It's sad that we live in an unsafe world, but we do. Would you be able to show the police who was at your home if something was taken? Guardtronic installs alarm systems as well as camera systems. We here at ESPN rely on our Guardtronic installed cameras to keep an eye on what's going on around our building, as many of you do. Guardtronic has been serving the River Valley for over 60 years. Call Guardtronic for a free estimate so you'll be able to show the police who the bad boys are that took your belongings. License E50.
Who can you trust to sell your home for the most money with the least amount of drama? You need a team of agents with decades of experience, commitment, and of course, tens of thousands in marketing. I'm talking about the Limbird team. Tara Limbird Real Estate Group has sold over $1 billion in real estate. Tara's team can give you a cash offer in 72 hours or use Tara's high-octane marketing to sell your home quite possibly for thousands over asking. Find out more at LimbirdTeam.com. LIMBIRD.
Evan Cohen here. When you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. Then you have to squeeze in between the desk and your bed, eke out 2 push-ups, and call it a day. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover their fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and do some weightlifting to prepare you to carry your team on your back all day. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book direct at LQ.com.
The Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Online and on the air and now everywhere you go. Tune in to the greatest moments of Razorback sports with Chuck Barrett, Bo Mattingly, Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, Phil Elson, Matt Jones, and Ruskin and Zach with our Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Stay connected no matter where you go with the Hit That Line Now app, fueled by Taco Bell. Download for free in the Apple app or Google Play stores. Just search Hit That Line Now. It's fueled by Taco Bell. Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. The Hit That Line Now app is ready for you to download from the Apple and Google Play stores. Sponsored by Taco Bell. Live Moss.
All right, last segment here on a Hot Take Monday as we continue on here on ESPN Arkansas and HitThatLine.com, plus our Hit That Line Now app powered by Taco Bell. interesting last week. We were listening to Sam Pittman. He joined us on Friday. He mentioned this.
Just because people don't know the guy's name does not mean that they're not good players.
Well, Arkansas doesn't have a player that is on the college football all-name team. I want to give you, Colton, myself, Tommy, are going to give you some of the best, most creative, and I say creative, just these are the guys' actual names in college football as we're about a month off from this upcoming season. We'll get into some of those names coming up in just a bit. Do have something to look forward to this week. Now, Coach, Springdale Harbor, Joe Adams is going to join us, former Razorback. Excited to catch up with him this week. I don't know if Joe's ever been on the Morning Rush, at least when I've been a host. I don't know if he has ever.
We had him on once with you. I think we've had him on before.
Not to my knowledge.
I thought we had. Anyway, maybe wrong about that, but I think we've had him on the show at some point in the past.
Probably with a better co-host, if I had to guess.
Oh, no question about that part. But I think Joe has been on here before. But talk about his high school coaching days, also teaching financial literacy. So I want to ask him some questions about that as well. Hey, when it's hay season, there's no time to waste and no time for equipment that can keep you up. You need gear that works and works as hard as you do. That's why farmers trust WT Equipment and Vermeer Forage Tools. From mowers to balers, Vermeer equipment is built tough to perform in the field, and it's backed by support you can count on. WT Equipment will help you find the right tools for the job and keep them running strong all season long. Hey, with 7 locations to serve you, Berryville, Springdale, Searcy, McGehee, Jonesboro, Pocahontas, and in Rayville, Louisiana, there is a WT Equipment that's going to be near you. Ready to help you get the job done? Stop by your local WT Equipment today or visit them online at WTEquip.com. Vermeer, because your hay doesn't wait.
All right, Colton, get us some of the best college football names for the 2025 season.
I've got my top 3 names printed off. I printed off copies for both of you as well, so if you want to pick out which one you think is your favorite, I've got them on there. Look, this is a kid that I hope somehow in the transfer portal makes his way to the University of Arkansas someday. You can see him on August 23rd playing for Incarnate Ward. It's defensive back. His name is Pig Cage.
Pig Cage.
I'd like to have him on my team. There's just so many great names, and their spellings are fantastic. Linebacker from Duke, Ty, Memorable Factor. That's one I'd be looking out for. And then if you're playing in the Sun Belt this league, I think that's where Rice plays. You can watch out for defensive back Mobility.
Mobility. I like Dorelis Clark. I think that's a cool name. Kane Large, who's an offensive lineman for SMU, is a good one. DC Pippin is a kicker for Ball State. The Montana, is it Montana State or Montana? The Grizzlies.
Yeah, I like this one.
Tommy Running Rabbit.
Yeah.
The
Running Rabbit.
Running Rabbit. What one on this list, Tommy, stands out to you?
Well, that was the one I was going to pick because it had Tommy in it. So how about Rocky Beers? I'm not sure where he's the tight end. Not sure where.
Colorado State.
Is that Colorado State?
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be one. I like Pig Cage that you mentioned, but Tommy Running Rabbit would be my number.
How also did we miss a defensive back from UCA? His name is literally Dude Person.
Dude Person, huh?
Dude Person.
Okay, well that's in our own state. Another one that I was reading about this guy. His mom did not want his middle name to be ESPN, but it's Gideon ESPN Lampron. I think so. He's at Bowling Green. He was it Temple? I'm forgetting which school he was at. But yeah, imagine ESPN being your middle name.
Those are parents that didn't quite think it through.
Yeah. Not to be missed on the B team, Ty. There are a couple of good ones on there. Linebacker for Mississippi State, Fat Forest.
Forest.
Fat Forest.
Okay.
And then wide receiver for Wake Forest, Karate Brinson.
I like Gumbo Gaskets.
Yeah,
I like that
Sanford defensive back. I think that's the mascot.
Defensive line for Wyoming, Tell Wade. Tell him what.
Okay. Legend Lyons, who plays wide receiver for Minnesota. Is Drake Lindsey going to start there this year? I don't keep up with the Golden Gophers. Do you know? You probably know more about that than I do.
I think he's going to have a chance. I honestly don't know, but I would think he would be in the mix. Yeah.
Who's another one? The Gumbo Gaskins, I think it's the best.
How about
one.
Wake Forest says Karate Brinson? That's pretty good.
Sirius Stennard. He's a defensive back for the Kansas State Wildcats.
Arkansas linebacker is going to have to tackle running back from Mississippi State this year, Fluff Bothwell.
Okay. Who has the best name? I feel like Raylan Sharp might have the coolest name for Arkansas on the team. If you pick someone for the Razorbacks that had like the coolest name, he would be up there. Desmond James was one of them last year. Those are 2 wide receivers, I guess. There's someone else I'm missing.
Cam Ball.
Cam's got a cool name. Just the back-to-back
This
one
name doesn't even
syllables.
sound real. From Washington defensive back Ephesians Prysock.
Ephesians Prysock. Okay. Well, if that doesn't get you ready for this upcoming season, I don't know what will. Not just for Arkansas football, but what crazy names are going to be ahead in the college football world. First game, again, we're counting down the days to Arkansas football. 23 is what, or not 23. Geez,
33.
30. No, what?
33.
The Nicholls State in Incarnate Word.
April 23rd, whatever that is.
August 23rd.
August 23rd.
Oh, what did I say? August 23rd.
That would be.
No, I knew it started with an A. August 23rd.
That's old XFL or USFL or whatever that is. All right, that's going to do it for us here on a Hot Take Monday. Coming up, halftime, Mr. Matt Jones and Big C got you for the next 3 hours. For Colton Little, Tommy Kraft, I'm Ty Richardson. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We're back tomorrow at 9 a.m.
On a cattle ranch, calves aren't only raised by their mother, they're raised by a community of farmers, ranchers, and veterinarians committed to giving them the healthiest, most comfortable